At CollectCo for tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. We are going to be live for about a good hour approximately, maybe. Somewhere right in there. I messed up my thingy here. Well, I don't know what I just did. But anyway, welcome to CollectCo Live. See some people already on. We're going to go through some new vinyl. I got a bin of new arrivals that I may go to. And then we're going to, what we're going to do lastly. I think I said I might do at least one on sale, half off bin. Whatever we can cram in the next 55 minutes, because we're going to hard stop at midnight. We'll be going to midnight every night this week. Maybe a couple nights. Maybe this weekend, Friday and Saturday, we won't have a lot going on. And we can go as late as we can. I mean, they maybe start a couple nights early. But like I said earlier, I'm really going to trying to start committed to that 7 o'clock start. Everything that I can do to make that possible. Will it happen? I hope so. But there for a couple weeks, we were starting like 7:35, 8:03. So Brent says he would split the difference with me on the Wayland. So let's see, what was you at? 215, and I said 225. So you're offering 220. Is that right? You're offering 220. Let me confirm that price. Let me actually find that record. While everybody's getting on, I'm going to go ahead and step to the back and get that last crate of new check conditions. I'll get that last bin of new check conditions. 212. Oh, 2. James Bragg said 217. 212.50. 217.50. Okay, let me figure that out when we come back up here. We got conflicting algebra. I guess that's not algebra. That's basic arithmetic. That's something you don't hear anymore. Right, Seth? Arithmetic? Like on the Andy Griffin show, it'd be like Opie has to take his arithmetic test, which is essentially math. But you just don't hear people say that anymore. I mean, I don't know when education dropped that term, but they don't. You don't hear people say arithmetic anymore. Okay, James Bragg 212, 217.50. Preston wants a Kid Rock. That's where we're going to start. We have Kid Rock's Greatest Hits, $36.99, 15 tracks. That's where we started the show last time. I've got 4 of those left. I think Preston Denny wants one. There's one to Preston Denny. I've got 4 of those left. Make sure Tanner's up here before we get any further. Tanner has arrived. Kid Rock's Greatest Hits. That's so to Preston Denny. And Waylon Jennings is, if we're good at 217.50, then we're going to sell that to Brent Rabley for $217.50. $217.50. $217.50. And that is for that record right there, Waylon at JD's. Jedit needs 2 copies of Queen's Greatest Hits. You know what, Jedit? I don't think I've got a copy in the entire store. I ordered 2 or 3 the other night. That should be with a delivery tomorrow. But what I need to do is just take down your name, and I can get those to you. I think they're going to be $39.99, but I don't have any Queen Greatest Hits. But if you want some, they'll be in. One night Chad's going to have one too many monsters, sell everything in the store half off. That would be incredible. We would have a massive shipping problem. Kid Rock also to James Bragg. There's 3 copies of Kid Rock's Greatest Hits left. If you missed the list, and if you missed the information on this, this is Rush, All the World's a Stage. All the World's a Stage, $49.99. All the World's a Stage, $49.99. 2 LP remaster. I'm going to listen to mine tonight. $49.99 if you don't have one already. Fred Carnell, Kid Rock is $36.99. And like I said earlier, it includes the smash hit Ba Diddy Wah Diddy Da. Bang Dingy Dingy Dingy. And All Summer Long. You never met a mother effer quite like me. You know, he was in our store just about a year ago. Actually, it was about a year ago last month. He came in here and bought some stuff for a new house he was decorating, not too far from here. Jeff McIntosh on Rush. And I wasn't here, but I went back and looked at the footage. And guess what? He went straight to the K section in the new vinyl looking for his albums, and there wasn't any. That's back when this album was out of print. It was like $100. The Malice records will be here tomorrow, Jared. I'm offering $100 for the 4 Mike Nesbits tonight, and then I'm going to bed. $100 for the 4 Mike Nesbits. Sold. Let me just go find them. We'll put you down for those, but let me go find with those. No Bud Light with the Kid Rock. No Bud Light. Helmet, $29.99. Helmet, meantime, $29.99. We have 1, 2, 3 copies of Helmet, meantime left. $29.99. Helmet, meantime, $29.99. Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith. Defenders of the Faith. Judas Priest, $29.99. And last copy of Loretta Lynn Icon. Loretta Lynn Icon. We had some great new vinyl we've already sold out of tonight that we had waiting list on. But those will be back in stock before the end of the week, and you'll get to see them again. Rush, Fly By Night. Like I said, we got a new pressing of this. It comes just in a loose baggie, not sealed, but it is new. That is $39.99. Jeffrey Thomas wants a copy of Rush. All the World's a Stage. Yes, there was a pre-sale. There was a pre-sale for Rush. All the World's a Stage. Let me make sure, Jeffrey, you wasn't on that list. And John Ambrosic Helmet. The people who already got a helmet, I read that off already. But yes, John Ambrosic, I've already got one pulled for you. And Preston Denny wants Loretta Lynn Icon. So, just a few titles left in here. We got 3 of Kid Rock's Greatest Hits left. $36.99. There's only 4 copies now left of Rush, All the World's a Stage. $49.99. Helmet, meantime. 3 of those left. 3 helmets left. Judas Priest, last copy. And then a bunch. We sold a couple during part 1. But there's more Rush Fly By Night if anybody wants that. Amy Hutchings, if it's okay with you, I'll put you on a waiting list for Loretta Lynn, and I can have that in this week, just like you're buying it tonight. And then let me show the Lincoln Parks, even though I don't have any to sell because people kept adding and adding to the pre-order. Let me show those, just in case anybody wants one. But they're all sold, and if you're curious if you got one or not, let me know. But here's what they look like. This is Lincoln Park Meteora, the 20th Anniversary Edition, which is a 4 LP vinyl box set. It should have the album. Yes, it has the album. And then it has a 2 LP Rarities, and then a single LP Live with 10 tracks on it. So that is $89.99. Lincoln Park Meteora, 20-year anniversary, $89.99. We have sold 15 of them. I have 0 left, but I'm probably going to order at least 1 more to have in stock. And then somebody special ordered this for this. Is Dakota Wilkie still buying with us? I'm not really for sure. Okay. I don't think he has in a while. I special ordered this for somebody, for Dakota. I think we have lost contact with him. So there's the Super Deluxe. There's the Super Deluxe version. I don't know if we are... still, I don't know if he's still with us or not. Sometimes we have people like block themselves from us so they can stop buying, and then they come back all of a sudden and they're buying in a huge rush. Speaking of rush, Michael Nath wants a copy of Rush, All the World's a Stage. What was before that? Amy says she's good for the waiting list on Loretta Lynn Icon. John Ambrosic, The Judas Priest was Defenders of the Faith, $29.99. I don't think we have any George Strait anything right now. I sold out of Pure Country. I don't have anything new vinyl. I don't have anything vintage vinyl. No George Strait in the store that I'm aware of. Greg wants to know, did he get a Meteora? Let me read that list right quick. Mike Massey, Dale Shannon, Greg Hagewood. Yep. James Bragg, Stacey Brown, George Buchanan, Chris Kirkley, Joseph Snow, Bill Walton, Brenda Medina, Angela Chesney, Charlie Sales, Paul Brothers, Eli Tomlinson, and Paul Beal. That was the list for that. So, Greg, you got one. Jeff H. wants All the World's a Stage, 2 copies. Jeff H. gets 2 copies of Rush, All the World's a Stage, sold and sold. Richard says, how much are the Rush albums? Richard, All the World's a Stage is a 2LP live. I'm pretty sure that's pressed at QRP, $49.99. And then Fly By Night is $39.99. If you're looking for Rush, we can hook you up. We have Rush self-titled, Fly By Night, Caress of Steel, 2112, Moving Pictures. Now I'm going to test my knowledge after that. Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, We're Out of Signals, Farewell to Kings, Hold Your Fire. We also have Exit Stage Left. $49.99. It's also, so we have All the World's a Stage and Exit Stage Left. James Bragg, yes, he was on the Meteora list. No problem, Greg. And Jason says he might be interested in the Super Deluxe. I don't have it priced. I forgot what I told him, Jason. Actually, yeah, if you give me a second, this has got a lot of extras with it. Book, poster, CDs, DVDs. But yeah, I can get you a price on that, Jason, if you remind me, or if you can wait just a second. Amy wants on, yeah, so if anybody wants a Lincoln Park, let me know. These are $89.99. Just comment like you're buying it live. When I ordered these, I had 10 pre-orders on the post, and I ordered 5 extras. Well, since then, I've had somebody else order one, somebody else comment, somebody else. So all of them got sold, and I didn't catch that. They shipped yesterday, and now I have 0 to sell. But they're probably going to be available if anybody else wants a copy. Anybody else? There is only a few things left in here. Rush, Judas Priest, Helmet, Rush, Kid Rock. But if anybody new watching is interested in Rush, we've got them. I won't go through the other bin of new vinyl. Let me go through this other bin of new vintage arrivals. Yes, it's almost 11:30. We're still doing new vintage arrivals. These are not check condition, though. We only had one bin of check condition. These are not check condition. They're just going to be new arrivals. I'm going to go through these, and then I'll see where we're at on time, and we can do that half-off bin or wherever. Robin Pruitt wants on the Meteora. Amy Hutchings wants on the Meteora. We got it. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, The Only Flame in Town, $19.99. Elvis Costello, $19.99. Al Stewart, Live, Indian Summer. Al Stewart is $24.99. Chris Kirkley also wants a Meteora. Lovers Loud, Les Paul and Mary Ford, $19.99 for Les Paul. Night Ranger, Dawn Patrol. Night Ranger is $26.99 for Night Ranger, Dawn Patrol, $26.99. 12-inch single of B.B. King, Go On. White label promo. B-side is Lay Another Log on the Fire, $9.99. Cheap Trick at Budokan. This is actually a Japanese pressing. No obi, very clean, $49.99. Near mint, normal Japanese condition. The Concert Sinatra, $14.99. Frank Sinatra, The Concert Sinatra, $14.99. Doc Smith, first to the B.B. King. Michael Nath was second. Jim Nilsson wants the Japanese Cheap Trick. That's sold to Jim Nilsson. Sinatra, She Shot Me Down. Frank Sinatra, $14.99. She Shot Me Down. Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. Another copy, $39.99. We had one earlier. Here's another one. Let's see what cover variant this one is. $39.99. This is a different cover variant. This is letter F. And there's another little Easter egg with this one. The inner sleeve actually changes colors when you dampen it with water. This one has not. Something else collectors look for. They're like, is the inner sleeve colored? This one has not been dampened, so an unused inner sleeve. And Brown paper bag is decent to be so fragile. A lot of people ripped this off when they first bought it and threw it in the trash. That's not a bad copy for $39.99. It's got some great music on it too. All of My Love, In the Evening, and then the novelty Hot Dog, which isn't Led Zeppelin's best work. And then that one song that's Carla Brumsa, or it's got a lot of syllables in it. That's a good song. Okay, Fred Carnell wants on the Lincoln Park wait list. Clay Moore says he'll take the Led Zeppelin. If you're just hopping on, these are new arrivals. Ron Wood, you may know him from the Rolling Stones and Rod Stewart. That's a white label promo of Give Me Some Neck, $19.99. Remember the Yardbirds. Remember the Yardbirds is $24.99. $24.99. Remember the Yardbirds, $24.99. Sinatra and Company, Antonio Carlos Jobim, $14.99. Sinatra and Company with Antonio Carlos. George Harrison, we had one earlier tonight. There's another one, $24.99 for George Harrison, self-titled. Miles Davis, Greatest Hits in shrink wrap. That's cool. If you just need an introduction to Miles Davis, that's a good start, $24.99. McCoy Tyner Trio with Roy Haynes and Henry Grimes, Reaching Forth, $29.99. McCoy Tyner Trio, $29.99. Planet P, $19.99 for Planet P, $19.99. Planet P self-titled is $19.99. Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, $19.99 for Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, $19.99 for Bryan Adams. Let me see what we got going on here. Let me put that in there. Miles Davis, did I skip that one? There's Miles Davis, Man with the Horn. Man with the Horn is $24.99. Man with the Horn. Okay, Led Zeppelin. What was next? Leslie put GH. Okay, that's either for Miles Davis' Greatest Hits or that's for George Harrison. I'm going to think that's for George Harrison. Leslie, correct me if I'm wrong. And then Michael Nath is probably going to get the Miles Davis. And then Doc Smith on the McCoy Tyner. And then Jason Dobb wants Cuts Like a Knife. And Doc Smith wants Miles Davis, Man with a Horn. We just swapped out some jazz and classic rock right there. Those are all sold. Time and Charges, the Buckinghams. This is in shrink wrap. $14.99. Time and Charges, the Buckinghams. Tommy Bolin, Teaser. Tommy Bolin is $19.99. Neil Young, Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere, $34.99. Chase, that is the name of the album, self-titled, and it's a quadraphonic press from Epic Records, $19.99. Another quadraphonic, Poco Delivering, quadraphonic press in shrink wrap, $19.99. Those are fun to listen to if you got the system that can play it. The Best of the Doors, now that's a really good quadraphonic. $39.99, The Best of the Doors quad pressing. That's going to be cool to listen to. Label on Neil Young, you've got it. By the way, there is some writing on the cover. Miller wrote his name 2 different times. There's the label. Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. That one's closer to the EX side of our grading rather than near mint. Bonnie Raitt, 9 Lives. That's in shrink wrap. $9.99 for 9 Lives. Sir Douglas Quintet, Mendocino, the Golden Label Series reissue, $19.99. Gene Vincent, Dressed in Black. Gene Vincent is $14.99, Dressed in Black. Another quadraphonic, Carly Simon, No Secrets, with the almost nudity cover, $24.99. Carly Simon. Ambrosia, this is called Somewhere I've Never Traveled. Ambrosia is $9.99. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Let's Go, $14.99. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Let's Go, $14.99. Santana, $19.99. Technically Santana 3, but Santana is what we call it, $19.99. Nice copy. Jim Nielsen wants Ambrosia. That's sold to Jim Nielsen. Champagne Jam, the Atlanta Rhythm Section, $9.99 for Champagne Jam. Atlanta Rhythm Section, Dog Days. That's one we don't get as often in their discography. No sticker. That's $14.99. $14.99 for ARS. And the Allman Brothers Enlightened Rogues. The Allman Brothers Enlightened Rogues, $14.99. 38 Special Tour de Force. Tour de Force is $24.99. $24.99. Tour de Force. Scott Joachim Staller, I've got you back-to-back on Atlanta Rhythm section. Let me know if you want Champagne Jam or Dog Days, or you can have both of them. And then James Bragg, we'll go ahead and pull and tag Santana for James Bragg. James Bragg, you got Santana. This looks like David Bowie. It is. It's David Bowie, Black Star, $64.99. This is the OG 2016 press, the MPO press 2016. That was his last album, $64.99. Actually, I think it was released and then he passed away. Not Allman Brothers. Alan Parsons Project. I was reading James Bragg's comment. Let me go ahead and pull that. James wants Allman Brothers, and Scott did want Champagne Jam by the Atlanta Rhythm section. Okay, iRobot is $19.99. Thank y'all for those. There's David Bowie again. And Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. Into the Fire is $19.99. Into the Fire. The Great Fatsby, Leslie West from Mountain. The Great Fatsby, that is $24.99. Leslie West from Mountain. Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Tina Turner is $24.99. Jeff Beck Wired, also $19.99. And Rock Then and Now. Rock Then and Now. Those hits you missed. This is a compilation for $14.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Dave Clark 5, Paul Revere, Sly, and the Family Stone. The Birds, The Hollies, Long Cool Woman. Looking Glass, Brandy. It's got some good stuff on it. Hold Your Head Up, Argent. Mac Davis, I Believe in Music. Good songs on there. James Bragg's going to get the David Bowie Black Star. That's sold to James Bragg. Eric Clapton Slow Hand, $34.99 for Eric Clapton Slow Hand. Very nice. If you just joined us, we're doing a crate of new arrivals. Leo Sayer, World Radio. Leo Sayer is $9.99. Leo Sayer. The Allman Brothers, Brothers and Sisters. This looks like a nice copy. At least the cover does. Does the vinyl match it? It does. It's got a couple of those, like what I call like acidic marks right here. A little scuff there. Nice looking copy though. And Elvis Costello, Imperial Bedroom. Imperial Bedroom, $24.99 for Elvis Costello. Let me run through those one more time. One more time on those new vintage arrivals. Those were all new vintage arrivals. I do have just a handful of Japanese pressings, but let me figure out what's going on with those. Elvis Costello, The Only Flame in Town, $19.99. Al Stewart, Indian Summer, live, $24.99. That's Al Stewart live, Indian Summer. Les Paul was $19.99. Dawn Patrol, Night Ranger, $26.99. The Concert Sinatra, $14.99. Sinatra, She Shot Me Down, $14.99. Ron Wood, Gimme Some Neck, $19.99. Remember the Yardbirds, $24.99. Sinatra and Company, Antonio Carlos Jobim, $14.99. Planet P is $19.99. Time and Charges, The Buckinghams, $14.99. Tommy Bolin Teaser, $19.99 for Tommy Bolin. Chase, that's a quadraphonic press, $19.99. And so is Poco Delivering, $19.99. Brian, the Allman Brothers was $34.99. And Jim Nilsson, The Condition of Then and Now. The Condition of Then and Now is near mint. Nice cover too. Yeah, vinyl's very nice. These are all, everything in here is EX Plus, near mint minus. And we have the Best of the Doors quad pressing, $39.99. Susie said she wants the Doors. That just came in. Susie wants the Doors and the Yardbirds. Those are both sold to Susie. Jim Nilsson said he will take the Rock Then and Now quad, Then and Now record. And Wayne says first two quads, $24.99. I think you're a little short there on your offer. Neil Young, everybody knows this is Nowhere, $34.99. Bonnie Raitt, 9 Lives, $9.99. Sir Douglas Quintet, Mendocino, $19.99. Gene Vincent, Dressed in Black, $14.99. Another quad, Carly Simon, No Secrets, $24.99. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Let's Go, $14.99. Atlanta Rhythm Section, Dog Days, that was $14.99. 38 Special Tour de Force, $24.99. Alan Parsons Project, iRobot, $19.99. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire, $19.99. Great Fatsby, Leslie West, $24.99. Tina Turner, Private Dancer, that was $24.99. Jeff Beck Wired, $19.99. Eric Clapton Slow Hand, $34.99. Leo Sayer, $9.99. And Elvis Costello, Imperial Bedroom, that was $24.99. Okay, I don't want to do like a recap. I'd rather just go through a half-off bin, so let me do that. I'll have to go to the back and get them. I'm going to do a final call on these before I start condensing, but it'll be easy to find. I think we went through 8 crates of vintage, and we're going to have 3 crates left. So we sold 5 crates of those 8 we sold. That's a pretty good ratio. That means y'all are buying some records tonight. Wayne, I would love to see those comps, but you need to put like a 4. You need to put a 4 where that 2 is. And I think we might be on the same page. Well, never mind. Wait a minute. They were $20 each. So yeah, that would be more. Yeah, you're doing like a buy one, get one free almost offer. Can't do that. All right, Tanner? Buy one, get one free on a new arrival bin? Let's see, 25 or 35 on both Elvis C's. Now that's something I can do. Let me see. There's one Elvis Costello. Let me pull the other one. Where are you, Elvis Costello? It was the very first record, I think. Yep. Almost. It was. First and the last. Wow. Those are sold to Ken Frazier. Any Japanese yet? Yes. Let me go fill up a half-off bin. Let me go do that. And I'll be right back. In the meantime, Seth is going to come over and keep you occupied. Chad, you can do anything you want as the proprietor. I don't know about anything, as long as it's legal, I guess. Chad oh, he didn't come over here? You didn't come over here, Seth? Well, he's already fired, so. He's still working, though, so. Okay, who's ready for half off? Can't fire Seth. He's actually working right now. Very important stuff. Not as important as his pharmacy stuff, I would hope. Don't want to mess up the wrong pills. That wouldn't be good. Okay, I do have 2 Japanese pressings that I have not put up tonight. The Hollies, What Goes Around. That's Graham Nash, Alan Clark, Bobby Elliott, and Tony Hicks. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan, In the Beginning. Let me show this one first. This is going to be a $35 buy it now. This is a Japanese press of The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan, In the Beginning, 1961. There is the LP with Obi. There's the insert. There's the vinyl, near mint and pristine. And there is the cover of Obi. That's a $35 start. And the Hollies, What Goes Around. This is also a $35 start. Very nice. Nothing wrong with this one. Very, very nice copy. Complete with insert, Obi. $35 start. Okay, half off records. Here we go. Pamela's at 40 on the Beatles. We have Red Wing. I don't know what's in here or what we're about to show, but I can tell you this. I am going to be telling you the half off price. So the price I'm telling you is the half off price. This is stuff that's about 1 year old in inventory, or about to be. This one turns 1 year old very soon. Red Wing, $7.50. McCoy Tyner, Fly with the Wind, $12.50. Jazz on Milestone. Almost said Blue Note and Milestone at the same time. Milestone. McCoy Tyner, $12.50. Orpheus, Joyful, has a hop sticker. Orpheus is $12.50. Mickey Newberry, Harlequin Melodies, $12.50. Doc Smith first on the McCoy Tyner. That's sold to Doc Smith. Pamela's at 40 on the Beatles, going once, going twice. Wild in the Street soundtrack. Wild in the Street soundtrack. That's a $10 buy it now. Half off. Willie Nelson and Friends, Longhorn Jamboree, $12.50. Spanish Grease, Willie Bobo, $12.50. Willie Bobo, Spanish Grease, $12.50. Back to Cool. This is a compilation, $7.50. The Letterman, The Outsiders, Peter and Gordon, Chad and Jeremy, and Lou Rawls. Back to Cool, $7.50. Rock and Roll Survival, another compilation. That is $7.50. I said Comet because it has Bill Haley, Buddy Holly, the Shirelles, Flamingos, etc. That's $7.50. Doc Smith wants the Willie Bobo. That's sold to Doc Smith. 1950s Rock and Roll Revival, another compilation, 50s music, $7.50 on the Kama Sutra label. Don Preston and the South, $10, half off price. Hot Air Through a Straw from Don Preston and the South, $10 buy it now on that. Jim Nilsson wants the 50s Rock and Roll Revival. That's sold to Jim Nilsson. And John Duran wants Survival. That's Rock and Roll Survival. So Jim Nilsson gets 50s Revival. John Duran gets Survival. Cleopatra, Impressions of Cleopatra, Paul Horn, $10. Paul Horn, Impressions of Cleopatra. Will You Visit Me on Sundays? Charlie Leuven. That is $10 after the half off. Steve Hackett. I think we sold one of these out of New Arrivals tonight. Please Don't Touch. Steve Hackett is $10. Hello Walls, Willie Nelson, $7.50. Merle Haggard and Bonnie Owens, that makes two of us. That's $7.50. And we have Wayne Henderson, People Get Ready, The Freedom Sounds of Wayne Henderson in shrink wrap, $10. And Joe Jackson, Body and Soul. Joe Jackson is $10 after the half off. Let's go ahead and tag the Beatles to Ivan Villavenicio for $40. Pamela was bidding for them. If anybody wants the Hollies, this is a buy it now for $35. The Hollies, this is a $35 buy it now. So that's what we have left for tonight. I thought I had a couple extras. So the Hollies, $35. Simon and Garfunkel, $35. Culture Club, $35. I do have two more. I got two more Japanese records that have not been auctioned tonight. Another Asia self-titled, which is going to be a $45 start if you missed out on the one earlier. And we have Boz Scaggs Gold Disc, which is a Boz Scaggs compilation. So that's a $35 start, near mint and pristine, and Asia's a $45 start, near mint and pristine. Susie wants the Hollies, $35 buy it now on that. Also, Doc Smith wanted Joe, which is Joe Jackson. So Susie got that, Doc got that. Steve Forbert, Jackrabbit Slim, $7.50. The Kingsmen on Campus, $5 for the Kingsmen. Ultraviolet's Hot Parts, the soundtrack album, $12.50. This film is mostly about sex. This music is mostly about love. There you have it, $12.50. And that is the Ultraviolet's Hot Parts soundtrack. Steve Martin, Let's Get Small, $7.50 for Steve Martin. Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs soundtrack, $12.50. Doc Smith, he wanted Wayne too. He also wants the Wayne Henderson. So Doc got both of those. Louisiana's LaRue, that is $7.50. And the Rosenton Collins Band, Anytime, Anyplace, Anywhere, that is $12.50. Real Life Flame, that is $10. Real Life Flame. Billy Hancock and the Tennessee Rockets, Shaking That Rockabilly Fever, that is $7.50. Betty Bright, Rhythm Breaks the Ice, $10. Is that what that says? Betty Bright. Yeah, Betty Bright and the Illuminations, Rhythm Breaks the Ice. That's $10 after the half off. Tina Marie, Robbery, that is $5. And Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus, $10. Let's see here. We got Doc Smith for Wayne Henderson, condition of Steve Martin, and let's go ahead and tag Billy Hancock for Jeff McMaster. This Steve Martin, I believe, is pretty nice. Definitely a nice jacket, and you will be very happy with the vinyl. And that is $7.50. Doc Smith wants the Tina Marie. Let's go ahead and sell Jim Nielsen the Boz Skaggs for $35. And if anybody wants Asia, just like last time, no one ever bids, but they'll do the buy it now. Asia's a $45 buy it now. And that's the only three. We started with an entire bin of Japanese obi tonight. Obi is this right here. We call them Japanese. I put in the Facebook post, I put fresh batch of Japanese obis, usually meaning this little sash right here. That's a $45 buy it now. Culture Club $35, Simon & Garfunkel $35. Really good titles too. Those are all we have left. Doc Smith got the Tina Marie. Steve Martin sold to Brian Ligon. These are all half off everything in here. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. Decent cover, actually not bad. These usually have a lot of ring wear right in here just because of the color. And very nice vinyl. James Bragg, I'm going to overall call that one EX Plus near mint minus. $10 buy it now. The Marx Brothers. 3 hours and 59 minutes and 51 seconds with the Marx Brothers. Wow. Box set, 4 LPs, that's $15 after the half off. Alan Parsons Project Eve, $7.50 for Eve. Alan Parsons Project, Bonnie Raitt, 9 lives. This is a sealed copy, $10. Bonnie Raitt is sealed, $10. James Bragg said sold on Jefferson Starship. Mike Kennedy, yes, the Steve Hackett is still available. Steve Hackett is right here, and he is $10 if you want him. Just let me know. I'll put that on standby. Ken Frazier gets the Alan Parsons Project Eve, and Michael Nath wants the Bonnie Raitt. There's always some really good deals on sealed records in the half-off bins because we do not sell sealed records that great. I mean, usually we add like, if an open one's 10, we're thinking, well, sealed 15 or 20 maybe for a sealed one. Would make sense to me, but no one ever buys them because a lot of people have phobias about opening them up. And they're like, what am I going to do with a sealed one? Mike Kennedy gets the Steve Hackett. But here's what you do. If it's not a valuable record, just open it up, like Bonnie Raitt. Hopefully Michael Nath opens that up. He may not. Now, don't go buy a sealed $800 album and open that. That doesn't make sense to me. That is, at that point, a rarity. That's a rarity collectible. Do not open an $800 record. That doesn't make sense to me. At that point, you're dealing with something treasured. Al Stewart, 24 carats. There's our nightly half-off bin. I promise I do not plant these. They just appear. That is 24 carats, $10. Al Stewart. Dose by Mallow. That is $10. Dose by Mallow. Simon & Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. $7.50. Rye Cooter, Get Rhythm, $10 for Rye Cooter. This is Trilly Live at Printer's Alley. Trilly Live at Printer's Alley. Local Nashville piece, $10. Trilly Live, and I think she's autographed it on the back. $10. I'm not sure who Trilly is, but Nashville related. Powder Blues, Gold Stamp promo, $7.50. We have Randy Stonehill. Randy Stonehill, The Sky is Falling, $10. Force MDs, Touch and Go, in shrink wrap, hop sticker, $7.50 on Force MDs. The ABC Worldwide of Sports, $10, narrated by Jim McKay, $10 on Worldwide Sports, ABC. Commodores in the Pocket, $7.50. Hackett was Please Don't Touch. Did I pull the wrong record earlier for... Oh, Austin Cokel. Okay, my bad. Doc Smith on Force MDs. That's sold to Doc Smith. Eric Anderson, Avalanche. Eric Anderson, Avalanche, $10. Doc Smith also wants the Commodores. We have Sad Cafe. We had that one earlier tonight, $7.50. Ducks. Ducks Deluxe. Don't Mind Rockin' Tonight. $10 for Ducks Deluxe. Samantha Sang, Emotion, $5. Hawaii Five-0, The Ventures. Cool drum solo. Hawaii Five-0, $7.50. That's not a bad looking copy. Malo is Carlos Santana's brother. Great band, Latin rock. There you have it. Our nightly informational piece from Derek. Thank you, Derek. Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks, $10. Pee Wee Creighton, the Memorial Album. Pee Wee Creighton, the Memorial Album, $12.50. Michael Franks, Skin Dive. Michael Franks, $5. Nice and Easy with Sinatra, $7.50. Nice and Easy with Sinatra. Paul Newman and Julie Allen and Julie Andrews and Alfred Hitchcock's Torn Curtain. Now that's pretty cool. That's a soundtrack, $10. Alfred Hitchcock's Torn Curtain soundtrack, $10 on that. Doc Smith, first to Pee Wee. Michael Nath was second. Jeff McMaster on Dose, the Derek Clark informational piece recommendation. Usually Derek will give us some kind of informational bit about an album that we see quite often, that no one knows what it is, and then someone's like, okay, I'll buy it. That's so to Jeff McMaster, DOS. The Importance of Being Earnest, Ernest Tubb, $5 for Mr. Ernest Tubb. That's on the Stetson label. The Baja Mariba Band for Animals Only. Baja Mariba Band is $7.50. David Blue, these 23 days in September. David Blue is $15. Babe Ruth, The Legend Comes to Life. That is a sealed copy. Sealed, $15. Hookfoot, Communication. Hookfoot is $10. Steve Henry wants Rosinton Collins. That's still available. Sell that to Steve Henry. Bare Wires, John Mayall's Blues Breakers. Just $15 now. Nice copy. Nice gatefold. Nice cover. Nice spine. Nice gatefold. $15. John Mayall. Bare Wires. Paul Gill wants the Ernest Tubb. That's sold to Paul Gill. We have the English Congregation, Just Hell, $7.50. Nielsen The Point. This is a $15 half off price. Harry Nielsen The Point, and it has the booklet with it. Michael Nath on John Mayall. That's sold to Michael Nath. Jeff McMaster on Baja. Whoa, let me give a second on that one. Barbara McNair, I Enjoy Being a Girl. $7.50. That was the Baja Mariba Band. It just came to me. That's a few back. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Nigel Del Rocket, first on Harry Nielsen. Jim Nielsen, second on Harry Nielsen. Tropea, Short Trip to Space. Tropea, $12.50. Now this looks like one Derek Clark could tell us what's going on with it. Tropea, Short Trip to Space, $12.50. Looks interesting. Another Joe Jackson, Body and Soul. This is a foreign press. This is a UK press, $10. And a Count Basie, Rockabye Basie. Count Basie, that is a 1974 UK, $10. Very nice copy. That's definitely from Atlanta. I can tell you from the sleeve. Both of these are. He had a lot of UK pressings. Nigel Del Rocket on Joe Jackson. That's sold to Nigel Del Rocket. Jeff McMaster wants the Tropea. And Count Basie's $10 if anybody wants it. I'm going to run through those one more time because in my opinion, that was some pretty good half-off stuff in there that's still left behind. One more time on these. Mike Kennedy wants the Count Basie. Everything in here is half off. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. And then they're going to be put away for a long time. You'll probably never see them again on Facebook Live unless somehow some of them get shuffled back in. Any OG Aerosmith, not to my knowledge. Aerosmith usually gets immediately purchased when I show it in new arrivals. Red Wing. Red Wing is $7.50. Orpheus, Joyful, $12.50. Mickey Newberry, Harlequin Melodies, $12.50. Wild in the Street soundtrack. Richard Pryor, does he do some of the stuff on here or something to do with it? $10. Willie Nelson is $12.50. Back to Cool compilation, $7.50. Hot Air Through a Straw from Don Preston and the South, $10. Impressions of Cleopatra by Paul Horn, $10. Charlie Leuven, Will You Visit Me on Sundays? $10. Hello Walls, Willie Nelson, $7.50. Merle Haggard and Bonnie Owens, that makes 2 of us, $7.50. Pat Travers Band, Go For What You Know, $10. Stephen Forbert, Jack Rabbit Slim, $7.50. The Kingsmen on Campus, $5. Ultraviolet's Hot Parts soundtrack, $12.50. Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs, that's in shrink wrap, $12.50. 50 years. The records, vinyl pop-ups, record shows. John Tropea, American jazz guitarist. There you go. We sold that to Jeff McMaster. Sherry Darnell wants Willie Nelson, Hello Walls. Paul Gill, You Were Second. Sherry just got that one. Jeff McMaster wants the Don Preston. That is right here, Don Preston and the South. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Louisiana's LaRue. That is $7.50. Real Life, Flame, that's $10. And Betty Bright, Rhythm Breaks the Ice, $10 on that one. Still got the Marx Brothers box set, $15. Trilly Live at Printer's Alley, $10. Al Stewart, 24 Carats, $10. Simon and Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, $7.50. Just curious what the label looks like. Wow, it's the original label too. $7.50 on that one. Clay Moore on Real Life. That's right here. That's sold to Clay Moore. We have Ry Cooter, Get Rhythm. $10 on Ry Cooter, Get Rhythm. Powder Blues. That is $7.50. Randy Stonehill, The Sky Is Falling. $10. ABC Worldwide of Sports. ABC Worldwide of Sports. $10. Eric Anderson, Avalanche. $10. And Sad Cafe. Sad Cafe is $7.50. Ducks Deluxe, Don't Mind Rockin' Tonight, $10. Samantha Sang, Emotion, $5. Hawaii Five-0, The Ventures, $7.50. Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks, that is $10. Michael Frank, Skin Dive, $5. Nice and Easy with Sinatra, $7.50. Paul Newman, Julie Andrews, Alfred Hitchcock's Torn Curtain soundtrack, $10. The Cowboy Copa Story, $10. David Blue, These 23 Days in September, $15. Babe Ruth, The Legend Comes to Life, that's a sealed copy for $15. Hookfoot Communication, $10. The English Congregation, Jessa Hale, $7.50. Feel like I'm mispronouncing that. And Barbara McNair was $7.50. Let's see here. Doc, I will take $8 for that. I will do $8 for that. Ry Cooter. If you like guitar picking, you'll probably like that. Anybody want to make an offer? Final call. Last chance. Last crate. Doc Smith said sold for $8 on Ry Cooter. Brent says Babe Ruth and Marx Brothers 25. Sold to Brent. There's the Marx Brothers. There's the Babe Ruth. You see, I'm being very flexible on these. Those are sold to Brent Rabley for 25. Anybody else? You got to have your eye. Or there may be more so like curiosities in here. Maybe more so curiosities. And there's a couple comps. There's a Sinatra album. Usually those always get grabbed. Powder Blues is a Canadian West Coast blues band. Ducks Deluxe, awesome UK new wave pub rock. There you go. The Ventures is really, usually this Ventures cover is kind of worn. I don't know why, but this one is an exceptionally nice cover. I mean, the spine, it's glossy. The slick on the back is like perfectly white. Now, of course, our retail sticker, unfortunately, that's before we started putting them on sleeves. Hopefully that comes off, but it has been on there a while. Yeah, this is like and a very nice copy. I may keep it myself. I'm sure I have this, but yeah, $7.50. I mean, this may be the nicest Ventures jacket I've ever seen. Looks like it was it probably was in shrink wrap. It had to have been. This had to have been in shrink wrap. Fred will probably buy that. What's on? That's what I was trying to figure out. What's on the Worldwide Sports? That's definitely a nostalgic record. Let me figure out what we have in here. We have, let's see. Maybe You're Always Right on the Elections and Never Wrong on the Series, or perhaps Stock Exchange. I'm assuming it's just like sports highlights from, I don't really know. Here we go. 10 years. So probably, this came out in 70. So this is a 60s compilation. 10 years of thrilling, action-packed highlights from the most successful sports series in TV history. So, yeah, I figured it was like his highlight. It's probably his narrations and then highlights from boxing. Looks like the Olympics, racing. That's $10. I would love to have $7.50 on this Ventures record. It is way too nice, especially for the cover. So, Fred, if you want it, it's yours. If not, it's Brent's. If not, it's Mike Kennedy. But I'm going to stay at half off $7.50 on that one. Fred, it's yours. If not, Brent. If not, it's Mike Kennedy's. We'll see what Fred and Brent says. Susie said Red Wings $7.50. That is the half off price. Go ahead and tag Susie for that one. I'll lay it on top of Hawaii 5-0. Fred says he'll take it for $7.50. So that's so to Fred. And then that. Okay, so Worldwide of Sports. Let me see what else is in here that's kind of interesting. I thought that is curious because it's an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I'm actually going to put that in my pile in case unless somebody changes their mind. Michael Frank. Scott Sneed wants Michael Frank Skin Dive. Graham Parker, of course. Samantha Sane. Brent said $5. I will sell this for $5. The Worldwide of Sports, sell that to Brent. James, I do have Palace Rumors. It's a 2LP, 45 RPM, and that is $59.99. I've got someone bought one earlier tonight. It looks like I've got 2 or 3 left in our bin. Yeah, this is on the original label, which I mean, it's Simon and Garfunkel. They sold 10 million of these, but Scarborough Affair, original label. That is $7.50. Another interesting soundtrack. I like odd soundtracks just for the covers and collectability. Pat Travers still in here. That's unusual. $10. Pat Travers, a Merle Haggard, Charlie Louvin, compilation, Willie Nelson. And these here look interesting. Mickey Newberry and Orpheus. Don't know a lot about those, but I have sold those in the past. And let's pull up Fleetwood Mac Rumors for James Bragg. Does anybody need an Alan Jackson's Greatest Hits? I hadn't sold one of these in a while. I don't know if Preston Denny's still watching. That looks like something Preston Denny would probably buy. There's a Fleetwood Mac Rumors for James Bragg. I feel like somebody needs one of these. One of the 66 people watching right now. Alan Jackson. I mean, it's Chattahoochee, Gone Country. First 2 tracks. Probably his first biggest songs. That's about the only other, that's the last stuff I can hype up in here. I know the other stuff kind of. I mean, I know Cowboy Copa, Sinatra, and Sad Cafe. I don't know if I can hype up anything to tell you enough about it like you should buy this. So with that, we probably need to call it a night because by the time I say my final goodbyes, it's going to be midnight. Susie wants the Alan Jackson. I knew somebody needed one. There's one for Susie. The other artist on the Merle Haggard is Bonnie Owens. And that's on Pickwick, and that's $7.50 on the Hilltop, which is kind of like an off label. Alan Jackson is $36.99. I think I'm going to keep this Alfred Hitchcock soundtrack. I don't know anything about it. It's not one of his famous movies, but it's worth keeping before I give it away. And Doc says pass. Michael Nass said good night. If anybody else wants an Alan Jackson, let me know. We'll do another new show tomorrow. There should be a ton of new vinyl tomorrow. John will be here. He'll have us new vintage arrivals. And tonight, I plan on ultrasonically cleaning. I've got 2 crates of stuff that I want to clean. Kiss records, stuff that's like check condition, but it's stuff like Great White. I've got a couple metal records, Overkill, OG. There's even some Iron Maidens. I'm going to have to test play stuff. It's stuff that John set aside because it's by no means mint records, but they need a really good cleaning and test play examination. And we'll have some killer records for that. The ultrasonic we have is an iSonic. An iSonic, I don't know the model, but Michael, if you send me a message, I will sell that to you. Grab the cramps from Dallas. Those are still somewhere back there. There's still some great pockets of great records from the Dallas collection. John runs into them all the time. He hit a pocket of metal the other day that we sold, or more punk music than metal. And then jazz and blues, tons of it back there. I found a whole bin, Michael Nath and Doc and Brent and Jeff and everybody else that buys blues. There's a whole tub back there of blues, like one of our big black industrial tubs. OG stuff, but it's not the best condition stuff. It's that old deep groove. When you first look at them, those old deep groove blues, you first look at them, they look like they're trash, but you put them on and the grooves are really deep and they actually don't skip and they sound really good. But John don't put a lot of those out because we have to clean them and really test play them. I think one night we had a Lightning Hopkins that I test played and we auctioned, a $100 record. Some of that I'm going to try to dig out and have throughout this week. And with that, we are signing off. I am very dehydrated feeling. I'm going to go chug some water. And we're going to be here all night. So thanks for watching. See y'all again tomorrow at 7, unless we start early. We definitely won't start late. See y'all at 7 o'clock tomorrow. I know you'll be here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your continued business.